we are in. Okay, I'll do the usual copy paste my TG so we can be live. Sorry, my goodness. Okay, let's see live. All right. So before we go, we are live already.
Lost in the shadows, feeling so small. But I've got a fire, won't let myself fall. Every taken, every scar earned, lessons in pain from which I've learned. When the world says I'm done, I'm just lost in my run. Through the darkness of night, I will find.
Fighting in the water is like natural strength training. Humans can be pretty strong. I mean, for something without a tail.
When worlds converge and flames ignite, there are millions to witness the champion rise. With every challenge, we push with our might, for we have only one goal, the ultimate prize. When hope seems so far, I'll reach for the stars. In the heart of the storm, I am reborn. I am reborn. You won't get me down. You won't get me down. I can't back up with a peaceful attack. I always come back around. Lost in the shadows, feeling so small. But I've got a fire, won't let myself fall. Every taken, every scar earned, lessons in pain from which I've learned. When the world says I'm done, I'm just lost in my run. Through the darkness of night, I will find. You won't get me down. You won't get me down. I can't
real quick.
I got a big brain. to cut through the noise. We are unique, we're one and the same. You are real, it's with my name. This is your
rhythm, I really cannot hold that. It's the energy inside of me and I'ma show that. Ain't no need for you to pretend I want you to lose it. Getting into it anytime I'm feeling the music. Only thing that I'm thinking of is more than infatuation, I gotta call it love. You gon' remember it, so magnificent. Ain't no stopping this thing.
Okay. It's been a while since I've done this, but then again, we're gonna have to consider some things. So if the background sound is still on, we're gonna have to fix that. Definitely.
Only love at night.
Your team
are
is
everlasting.
Okay, I think that should be enough.
True love.
Okay,
It's like
so
your
that's
team
right there
is
from
banning.
Tyrants. A very valuable ban. Majesty is on the team, so you cannot afford to leave after that open. That's a very risky play, no matter what strategy your team came in with this game. You cannot allow Majesty lockdown Camilla. It's going to be too much of an advantage.
Experience the euphoria
Your team is
suffering.
banning.
The bad for Monian Empire as well. A very popular takedown and a very strategic takedown. If your team is not willing to use Granger, then take him down. It's gonna be a problem if he falls into the enemy hands, especially because a lot of players have proficiency in this pick. Let me say second takedown here from Kone from Dead Tyrants here. Mind you, this is
Time to drop the beat of
Your
the
team
clock.
is picking.
This team actually won the first match against Astra and was the first team to actually achieve that record. So there's a lot of things right now that are in Astral's favor, that are in Astral's favor. They have
serve me.
Your
an
team
advantage
is
over
picking.
Unstoppable Gods. Unstoppable Gods were the second to achieve that fact. So you can see a Zask pick from Supreme here. Unstoppable Gods going in with the Mage as the first pick.
Payback
Responding with that by locking down the Fasa, the blind maiden that was robbed of everything and seeks revenge. Then we got Lucifer here from this direction with the second pick as we move on. Got 20 seconds left. He's gonna make a decision for suggestions from his teammates.
Let's hear from the crowd.
The CC
Make some noise.
Your
for
team
yours.
is picking.
counting down against him. Them Kai showing Matilda, the one with the ancestral guidance and Majesty. Probably gonna go EXP in this one. I think Majesty is the one that usually play Rome for Unstoppable God, but it seems like they've changed the lineup or not, as he shows the Grok himself.
Let's go.
To protect lives.
Your team is picking.
I guess we're gonna be seeing some glorious pathways in this game. And then Kiki locks down the Erythel. We're gonna be seeing some heavy crossbows in this game as well. Then we can see CC on the other end and Fasa on the side of Dead Tyrants. Dead Tyrants, I really want them to cope in this game. You know, they pushed Astral, but Astral made a comeback. I think Unstoppable Gods can also learn from that. And if Dead Tyrants, the king of luck and the king of expertise, hopefully they will.
Said there are no shortcuts in life.
Your
I
team
literally
is
invented
banning.
one.
This match, both teams are very formidable teams. They faced Astral and they lost honorably. So it's not a complete beatdown. They actually won the first one. So both teams right now, they're at a point whereby you can't really tell who's gonna win. It's not like, okay, you say fixture whereby Astra is playing against this. You're not okay. Definitely Astra is not the victorious.
Your team is
banned.
banned.
And but these are two teams that are very strong. So you can't really tell.
Am more
Your
than
team
a
is
weapon.
picking.
What this is gonna boil down to will be the player skill level, winning the draft, micromanagement, and as well as also utilizing the synergy in your picks. So these are the things, these are the little intricacies that we consider and determine how well your team performs and whether your team eventually secures the victory.
I've been
When I look
waiting
down,
for too
Sam
long.
is
Is picking.
the one who uses the light wheels to battle, and then we can see here go with his favorite pick.
Always on the way.
Everything is
Your team is picking.
And Temkai locking down Cyan Finch himself. Lane. Well, and then Horon here to make a final pick. Then we conclude the draft and we go straight into the game. We only have 15 seconds for him to make his decision. The timer will not be on his side. He seems to be waiting for suggestions from his teammates, or perhaps input, or perhaps slightly.
Demons shall bathe in their blood.
Down
The light belongs to the
from Monian
righteous.
Empire, Alucard himself. And then we go straight into the draft. So, while we wait for the draft, let's we're gonna listen to the sound of music, but the background sound is gonna get in the way. So what is gonna happen is that we're gonna wait until we get in, and then we're gonna turn off the sound. Or if you guys are in the stream right now and you like the sound, let me know. I'll leave it. But if you don't, I'm gonna turn it off. Like I like it because I normally don't let the sound be. So we're in the loading screen. We're just gonna wait for the game to load, and yeah, we get straight into it. There's a lot of if you're in the comment section right now, you're watching this stream right now, let me know what you think. Let me know who you think. Currently looking at their draft alone, who do you think is gonna take this game home? Who do you think deserves to take this game on? Okay, yeah, deserve.
Welcome to Mobile Legends.
Okay, so I'm gonna take this off. Okay, so can you guys hear me now? Can you guys hear me now? If you guys in the comment section, you said you couldn't hear me before. Is this okay? Is the sound okay? Can you guys hear me now? Let me wait for confirmation from the live chat so that I can continue. Let me know whether I've turned off the sound completely. Can you guys hear me? Is anyone in the comment section? Okay. Thundarabi there with clearly now. All right, that's the green. All right, so we're back into the game, and it's been a while, but then again, we are back. Demkai already coming in with the likeness points from Cyan Finch himself, getting those blades of Tempest and trying to farm the purple buff right here on the other end. You can see the Demon Hunter from Monian Empire already starting with the orange buff at the top lane as Kari pushes the gold lane. She tries to cut the lane for the gold crab, already trying to use the phantom shift to get that true damage stacks in. Kunai here with the Queen's Roar, trying to shake the damage a little bit as he gets support. Kunai gets support right there. The Dawn trying to gank. Horon already coming in with the pursuit. This is the Vicious Wave and takes down Kiki in the first blood. Already trying to get Cyan Finch himself. Already coming in. Flickers in what Mikasa. But Cyan Finch gets away. Demkai knows how to use the likeness point as he moves with grace amidst the walls. We already have 10 seconds until the Lord spawns. Lucifer is already pressuring Zell on the EXP lane. Zell tries to recall to see already Feather strike coming in from the Dawn as Feather. The Dawn takes him down on the EXP lane. Demkai really low, really trying to get those Blades of Tempest out there. Gets taken down by the Dawn's AoE despite being stealth. And then takes him down close to the EXP lane, but not so close as the Yo-Yo could still touch him. Gets taken down. Supreme in a dangerous position, but not so dangerous for CC. The turtle has already been taken by Horon. Not really wasting so much time here, taking advantage of Demkai's absence on the jungle as well, and then taking out that first objective. The thing about gold advantages, okay, you can see Mikasa already making a move here. Majesty is really trying to zone him out of the jungle to prevent a lot of things. The Dawn already gets taken down by Demkai on the mid lane. Almost takes out Supreme though, so that was a close one. I'd give him credit for that as well. Oron trying to make a gank on the jungle, trying to invade here with the help of Mikasa. Already comes in, Blood of Tempest already used already. The Finch boy is a lightness point as he goes in, gets away. Oh, Oron takes him down with pursuit. Not enough. He takes down Kiki as well. Getting greedy right there. Hold on, we're gonna take him down. Finishes up with Feather Strike from the Dawn right there. The Fasa is styling right now with a 3 kills in 3 minutes. Wow. Dead Sirens are really on their game tonight. I love what is going on tonight. There's a lot of things that we are really missing out on. So for these days, already coming trying to engage right here. Mikasa uses the overtime from Chip. Already trying to use the Blade of Tempest. Demkai comes in to support Majesty, but will not be enough as he pulls out. Already low. There's only so much the thickened blood can take. There's only so much that Hylo's passive can take in the early game. He really doesn't have enough in the build right now. He only has a 300 HP vitality crystal, so there's not really much for the thickened blood to scale on. So it won't really be advisable for Majesty to really come in with a full-on gank here. So he really has to be patient and really wait. You can see a gank being set up here for Demkai. The orange buff has already comes in, but will fall for the trap. Blood of Tempest already used, so it gets away with the Finch boys from the Cyan Finch himself from Cadia Riverlands. And then we have Feather Strike right here from the Dawn trying to take out Mikasa. Goes away really low, almost gets taken down. The King of Castians wants to defend his Roma from Fasa and Cici. And then we can see Oron not really wasting any second here on this second total as Dead Sirens get another total on the jungle as well. And then we can see a lot of things going on right now. We can see Kari cutting the lane here to try and take advantage of the support she has here. Already trying to use the special shift already. Kiki uses the Queen's Roar trying to get away from the Feather Strike, but will be taken down. Oh my goodness. My phone got swiped away. Majesty really trying to pressure. The Fission Wave has been used by Horon. Pursuit already coming in. The Gross Pathway has been popped by Majesty. But come on, Majesty really needs to get out of the way. Tries to poke them instead. But Dead Sirens know a feint when they see one, and they're not willing to bite the bait. You can see trying to take advantage of the absence of CC on the lane. Zale here trying to pressure and farm because he knows that his team are behind here. You can see trying to take out the tier 1 on the mid lane, takes it down. The Nightmaric Spawn is getting pressure but gets away just in time. Supreme before he could get taken down. The King of the Castians is still stealthy as he has always been when he ran against Evil. Already coming in, flickers out. Mikasa knows that was a dangerous engagement, gets stunned as Demkai tries to find an opening here against Mikasa. And there's a lot of things going on right now. We can see Horon already trying to push the tier 2 on the gold lane, trying to create an opening for Dead Sirens. Dead Sirens really want to make this an early game, and they want to end this game really early, not giving a chance for their opponents to really take advantage and really build, because in the late game, Teresa can become very durable thanks to the body of Smith, his passive, and Hylos can be very durable as well thanks to the thickened blood, his passive. You see the skill on HP already comes in with a cheap overtime used, already gets taken down as Kari enters the dual wield state, uses pursuit to take him down, Feather Strike back up from the Dawn as he takes down Majesty, and it goes down 8 seconds till the turtle spawns, and Dead Sirens are already positioning themselves for this third turtle. Meanwhile, on the EXP side, Zay is trying to prevent Lucifer from taking down the tier 1 here as Demkai comes in to support it with the Finch boys, graciously moving across the walls. But there will be no time as Horon wasted no seconds on this second total. There's a lot of things that are really going on right now on the gold lane, really trying to prevent him right now. Kiki not willing to use the heavy crossbow. Rose got Meteor already popped, gets away with a dual wield state. With this boost was needed. This people was needed as the EXP lane gets rid of pressure. They already using the penalty zone, not catching anyone so far, taking the minion out. That was a very brilliant and strategic move. The minion was the only thing that was giving them morale to be there. And now that the minions will start taking out, but they will not let it be. They're already cutting the lanes. The Sirens want to end this game as fast as possible. And they're applying so much pressure, so much push pressure, so much already taking damage down from the Federal Strike right here. Zay will wait for support, but the Dawn is not willing to let him go. A bloody team fight has occurred on the tier 2 of the EXP lane. Horo not willing to commit to that fight as he moves forward to, taking so much damage. Chip, take penalty zone, locks him in, but it flickers out just in time. Mikasa with the reflexes. This chip is something, you know it. It's something Federal Strike already used from the Dawn as he tries to take that, takes him out. Ooh, it's payback time for this farsa. There's a lot of things. One thing that I also want to mention here is I love the fact that Kunai is really trying to cut the lanes here. Really trying to pressure Kiki, making sure that Kiki does not farm. Kiki is already down. I mean, it's a 0-4-0 on Kiki's side, so right now they don't really have much of an advantage. But then again, going for an Has Claws as a first item and a Rose Gold Meteor Supply and Blue Sword, that's, I think, is a strategic play on our end, because you really want that shield in the early game, especially in a 1v1 scenario. But I don't really know how strategic that is against a carry, because carry does true damage at every 4 stacks. So I mean, okay, already Portal already plays the tier 2 on the gold lane, goes down as the team fight breaks out, already using the heavy crossbow. It's a 3-man penalty zone from Zay right there, but we poor follow-up as Majesty already used. Oh, Kichichi really trying to pressure right now, but unfortunately will be taken down by Supreme as Oron 6 down Zay. Well, I really think that was unnecessary right there. Gets away. Majesty already using the glorious pathway defensively to retreat Kiki out of that team fight. I think that was one of the things that couldn't make him commit right there. The Federal Strike has been used to take down Supreme on the mid lane. That was just bad positioning right there by Zask, to be honest. That was bad positioning right there. And then Dead Sirens will not waste a single second on this Lord. They really want to end this game on time. That will be in their best favor, because you really want this Lord, you really want the next Lord as well. They really don't want Terizla and Hylos to stack up that much HP. The Federal Strike will be used already. They don't flickers to adjust the Federal Strike range, but unfortunately will not catch anyone. Horan already buying the Queen's Wings, need that revamp. The Lord is already coming. Siam Finch has already positioned himself with the Lightning's Point, trying to navigate through the walls, but will almost get caught by Pursuit. And then this Lord is coming. I think if Unstoppable Gods just prioritize farming right now and minimize engagement unless absolutely necessary, I think they can get the chance to farm. That's if the Tyrants don't really pressure them, because the Tyrants right now are just choking them so much. They're choking them. There's a push pressure. There's a push pressure. There's a minion pressure right there. The waves are not on the side of Unstoppable Gods. Let's take a look at what's going on this other side where the Lord is pushing. The Nightmare Spawn has been used already. Kunai's Rose Gold Meteor has been popped already. The Nightmare Spawn is pressuring him. There's a 3-man penalty zone right there from Zay as Supreme takes down Kari. Oren already taking down Supreme, comes out. The King of Castians is very vulnerable as he gets a double on Kiki. This Alucard is not relenting as he gets a triple kill. This Oron is really looking forward, but gets shot down by Majesty. Unfortunately, Mikasa is there to finish the job as Unstoppable Gods gets wiped out in that situation as Dead Sirens takes game 1. But I think I loved how Dead Sirens really made sure that they took advantage of. Let me just take a screenshot here. I love how they made sure they took advantage of the push pressure they had, and they made sure that Terizla and Hylos didn't get a chance to farm, because if you allow Terizla and Hylos to build well, my goodness, they can become very, very thick thanks to Terizla passive and Hylos passive, and they can frontline the bad team fight in such a way that it will just be so annoying. So them ending that game really early was to their advantage, because Alucard tends to fall off in the late, And if you have a very tanky enemy, there's not really much Alucard can do, because the fission wave only reduces his cooldown of his skill 1 and his skill 2 by 50%, and it only lasts 6 seconds. And once the 6 seconds are up, there's not really much Alucard can really do. I mean, Pursuit grants him range to chase his enemies, but then again, you also have to consider it's not just about chasing the enemies. Can you take them out? Also, can you fight in such a way that they won't have that much of an intrusion? I mean, it doesn't turn into a 1v3 or a 1v4 or some other situation. So you really have a lot to consider, and Death Sirens knew the weaknesses of their picks, so they made sure they ended that game on time. So with that being said, Death Sirens 2 game 1. If you're in the comment section and you're watching this right now, let me know what you think about that game. Did Unstoppable Gods lose the draft, or they won the draft and they didn't execute it properly? Let me know your thoughts. I'll engage the thoughts as I host this second match. Okay, so in that sense, we're gonna be doing some certain things, and let me just play this song real quick so that you guys can really vibe to it. It's On and On by Cartoon Jagger and Daniel Levi. Okay, so that was On and On by Cartoon, Jaja, and Daniel Levi. Hope you like that song. If you are on the stream right now, you still haven't let me know your thoughts on what you think about the game that was just played. And if you're just tuning in right now, then you missed out on a lot of things that happened. Unstoppable Gods lost badly in the last game, and the game was really rushed, and Dead Sirens made sure that they had their advantage and preserved their advantage until the end. Well, I think right now Unstoppable Gods are on a disadvantage. Right now, if they lose this game, it means that Dead Sirens are going to proceed onto the finals. And if they win, well, we're going to have to go for a third game, right? It's a best of 3, right? So that's one thing about this round. So we really have to hurry this up. I don't really know what's taking Unstoppable Gods time. So I think we're gonna have to like chill a little bit, let them coordinate themselves. I think people that are missing on their end is Demkai and Kiki. I think Kiki is offline. So Unstoppable Gods really need to coordinate themselves and really make sure that they are, they're complete. That's one thing we get to see. So by the way, I really want to talk about the draft. So as you can see here, I'm showing you guys what happened. If you're just tuning in, this were the picks on the end of Dead Sirens. So we have Alucard, Farsa, Chip, Kari, and CC. And on the side of Unstoppable Gods, we have Zask, Terizla, Link, Hylos, and Irithel. So what do you think about this draft? What do you think about this lineup? Do you think Unstoppable Gods made a mistake in this lineup? Do you think the lineup doesn't really have good synergy? Because I think this is a late game lineup, because Irithel has very high damage in the late game. I think Unstoppable Gods were looking for the late. I think they were looking for an opening to win this game in the late game, but Dead Sirens knew what their play was and outplayed them instead by making sure the game ended early. So I think that's one of the things that they fell short there. So please, okay, I can see Cypher already dropping 5 minutes until disqualification. Unstoppable Gods really need to get their last member online. I really think in these situations like this, they should have made provision for their members and have replacement members that will be there if they are not available. These are important, schedule. You can't afford to have players going offline for whatever reason. Your team has to be there. And Demkai just left the lobby and went offline. I don't really know why, but then again, we only have 4 minutes until disqualification for Unstoppable Gods to be disqualified. Already they are off to a bad start, so I'm not really surprised if they are already losing hope. But what I would say is, you shouldn't just let your hope up. You shouldn't just let yourself down because you lost the first game. I mean, if you can win this, it could be a best of 3. It's a best of, we're in the round where we don't do best of 2 anymore. You don't end with a draw anymore. You only have one winner. Either you go home with a 2-1 or you go home with a 2-0, win or loss. So that's how it is. So I think Unstoppable Gods should get themselves together, encourage themselves. There's a chance they can make things right and they can go home with the victory. And Dead Sirens shouldn't be too relaxed as well. Just because you won that game doesn't mean that you get to be relaxed and just flaunt, because you're at an advantage, and that even if you lose, they can be a third game. I think Dead Sirens should make a play for an early victory. If they can win early and go home early, there's no harm in that. There's no pride in that. There's really no pride. There's no pride in it. I mean, you can win early, go home early. You don't need to stretch the game, because if you stretch the game, you might lose that third game, and then you start regretting. If we had known, we could have taken the second game seriously and not relied on our advantage. So then again, Dead Sirens are at a good position, and Unstoppable Gods not so good, but can be better. So I think they can just get themselves together, get their lineup and their synergy. I think probably carry some early game heroes and carry some late game heroes, and probably try to balance things up, because Terizla is pretty much early game and late game as well. It gets pretty thick in the late game, gets pretty high damage in the early game. So it got some nice control there on Terizla. There's a lot of things that this lineup brings to the game. And then we got they really picked well on the side of Dead Sirens. We have a carry here with the melt. Carry has true damage stacks. So she stacks up to 4 and then she deals true damage to you. So if she's a very good counter against the Terizla, and then Fasa has high magic burst damage, and then we have CC here that has continuous physical damage. So they really thought well about their lineup. Dead Sirens really, I gotta hand it to you guys. Kudos on the draft. I don't really support the Alucard though. I don't really support the Alucard because Alucard is very, very vulnerable to CC and not really a very optimal pick, especially for tournament scenarios. But still waiting for one final member on the side of Unstoppable God. Cypher has already notified that there is only 3 minutes remaining. So really, they really need to get their teammates online as soon as possible, unless this is not going to end favorably for them. We can see Demkai already in here. So let me see whether I can bring him in for him to ready up so we can get straight into it. So once he readies up, I start the game and we go in. Okay, so here we are into the second match of tonight. We're going to decide whether Dead Sirens go home with tonight's match and a 2-0 victory against Unstoppable Gods, or Unstoppable Gods equalize and then we go in for a third and final match for the night. And then we conclude that the semi-finals goes to a particular team, and then we go for the second game tomorrow, which is the one where Astral gets to show their finesse one more time. You can say a lockdown of the Camilla preventing Majesty, but then again, Majesty is not on the side of Unstoppable Gods here, so a Camilla takedown can be a fail-safe for Dead Sirens in case someone else is also skilled with Camilla. And you see a Joy takedown as well from the side of Dead Sirens. They're really trying to prevent losses, and they're trying to make sure the draft is in their favor. That is the one thing that makes the game so interesting. If you can win the draft, you can make the game potentially easy for you guys. Like I said, it's not just about the draft though. There's a lot of things that you also have to consider, like the picks, how well the picks have synergy, and then how well you're also able to execute this synergy, because the picks can have synergy, but you might not be able to execute it properly or not have the skill set, the required skill and experience to execute it. So there's a lot of intricacies that go into the game that determines the victory, but mostly one of the things that will always be a determining factor is the player skill with the heroes. That is something that cannot be. Those are one of the non-negotiables, the player skill with the heroes. And this is a tournament, you cannot pick something that you are not good with, something that you are not experienced with. Kiki already locks down the Xavier. We normally see Kiki on the gold lane, so he locks down the Xavier, and Supreme locks down the carry. We can see the breath of Naraka skin on the carry there, and Xavier switching the lanes right here. Kiki going mid lane and Supreme going the gold lane. We can see a switch on the lanes because normally Supreme went to the mid lane in the last game with the Zask pick, and Xavier went with the Irithel pick on the gold lane. It's a nice switch of games. I think Unstoppable Gods are really trying to re-strategize and really trying to make sure that this second game they take it so they can go into a third match and settle the score with Dead Sirens. But then again, Dead Sirens are not willing to let it go. We can see the fallen angel from the Monian Empire, Argos, and then the maiden who wants revenge, Fasa, and the young girl from Eruditio who wants justice with a malefic gun, Layla. There's a lot of things. Another thing I also like to mention here is the takedowns from the side of Unstoppable Gods. We can see Sicilian takedown and Cheap takedown from the side of Unstoppable Gods. Then Demkai willing to make the last ban on the side of Unstoppable Gods takes down the Julian. I like the fact that they took down the Chip. One of the problems of Unstoppable Gods in the last match was the fact that Chip could just bring out the portal from anywhere in the map, and you can expect 3 members or at least 4 members of Dead Sirens to jump on you immediately. So that's one of the things that they really want to eliminate, and one of the things that they really want to make sure is not in the match to give them an advantage. I like the strategy here. Zay still going with the comfort pick, not willing to change anything, but still sticking with the EXP lane though. That's something that I really like about Zay. Is very consistent. Demkai here going with the one chosen by the Immortal One, Soyo himself, and we can see Mikasa here trying to go for the Calais, but I thought Calais was banned from the tournament. I don't think that's gonna be allowed by Cypher, although we're gonna see whether she goes with the pick though. Mikasa really trying to dare things here. That's not gonna be a good one if she locks down the Calais, because the Calais is banned from the tournament. Is gonna cause a disqualification for the match. So goes with the Steel Bones instead. Gatoka makes a show in the second match, and then responds right there with the protector of the Monian Empire, the guardian himself, Tigreal. We're gonna be seeing some implosion in these matches, and there's a lot of things to look forward to in this match. Locks down the Tigreal. We're in for a show. A very good show of synergy right there from Unstoppable Gods. The Tigreal and the Terizla follow up. That is something that I want to see. And then on the side of Dead Sirens, we've got the Avatar of the Guardian from the Gato and the follow up with the Fasas Federal Strike. There's good draft from both teams. Right now, what matters is execution and the player skill level. And the player skill level and experience with these characters. So, with that being said, let's get straight into it. It's the second match, Dead Sirens versus Unstoppable Gods, and we have a lot to look forward to in this match. It's a Selena jungle and a Suyo jungle on this end. Majesty right now not being the one to roam, but Glitch instead. Want to see what Glitch can do, and I really want to see what this Roma can do with Mikasa can do with the Gato. We usually see something else, but then again we see the Steel Bones here and the one possessing it as well. Already coming in here with the orange buff. Horon really trying to use the Abyssal trap to get the Abyssal mark here. To use Garrot on it and morphs into the other side. Try to consume the stacks to get as much damage as possible on the buff. Already taking the other one, not wasting a second here. Demkai already getting the first blood right here. Lucifer on Zay. I really don't know whether that was network or that was a full-on engagement, but then again, Argos can have, pretty high damage in the early game because the Warmonger gives him HP and, it makes him strikes one more time with the Fallen Angel, when he uses his basic attack, especially when the meter is full. That's one of the characteristics of his passive, the Warmonger. And then Mikasa right here trying to give vision around the jungle area. Very important in the early game, especially for a Roma, especially for your marksman, especially when the marksman is a Layla. A Layla lacks, a dash ability or a CC ability that can protect her. Already on level 4 here. Horon looking for his first victim, getting the 2 stacks in, gets a first blood right now. Oh, unfortunately that was a second, as Argos already got the first blood, get the Abyssal stacks in already, but refuses to follow it up. Wow, that was Horon is really showing how much he can dominate with this pick. I love that so much. Let's move on back to the EXP lane here. We can see that Lucifer has already gotten the Fallen Angel. Ultimate already goes into the turret. He knows that he has the ability to make it work, as he cannot die in that state. Already trying to follow up here. Kai misses the S1 right now. He uses the arrow but couldn't take him down. Already uses the Warmonger stacks but gets away, gets stunned. Or tries to follow it up as he takes down Kai just when the turtle has spawned. Not really a wise move for the jungler of Unstoppable Gods. They don't really know how they hope to secure this turtle now, especially when Lucifer has already used the Warmonger on it. Let's take a look at the gold lane real quick before we move back to the EXP lane. You can see Kunai here trying to zone out this carry already on level 4. Can't really say the same for the Unstoppable Gods marksman though. But Horon already here securing the turtle. The first turtle, Dead Siren still styling. Already using the Unbreakable on Glitch. Taking so much damage, pushes away from that moment. Immobilized right there from the Xavier. Oron trying to farm as fast as possible. This Layla is really trying to zone out Supreme. Supreme really playing it defensively on this end. Flickers out but misses the ultimate. And Gato misses Unbreakable as well. Lucifer really trying to pressure Zay right here. Zay right now is not even up to level 4 yet. Don't really know why that is so. As he engages him with the Warmonger stacks, already uses the Fallen Angel state. He knows he cannot die as he retreats back to the Dark Angel state. And the turrets will be reset upon him. Meanwhile, on the gold lane, we can see Horon really trying to find out if there is an opening for him here against the enemies. But then again, they know how to play it safe. Unstoppable Gods, Kiki getting stunned by the Abyssal trap, but will get out of it just in time before Horon makes that move. Already coming in, already low. Glitch still trying to find an implosion there. Finds an implosion, but gets met with the Avatar of the Guardian, taunted by Unbreakable. A 2-man Unbreakable. Kai really tries to follow it up, but needs to get away before Horon gets that Abyssal trap in. Kai here Really looking for an opening here. Lucifer already gets him stunned. Kiki flickers out, but will not be enough. He already has his ultimate, but not enough time to trigger it. Lucifer, that was not really a wise engagement against Kiki. You need to be very quick with your engagement as Zay takes advantage of his absence on the EXP lane, comes in with a follow-up. The Don tries to save the lane. Already flickers out on the feathered airstrike right here. It's not worth it to die for it. Gets taunted by the unbreakable. Demkai retreats out of there. He knows that the turtle spawns in 3 seconds and his team needs him to be alive to secure it for them. Both tanks really trying to poke each other right here. Glitch looking for unbreakable against Kiki, but Kiki will walk away as he gets pushed out. Mikasa really needs to run into the safety. Already coming in out of the Guardian used defensively. The penalty zone comes in from Zay as Mikasa taunts him and will be taking so much damage. Gets taken down by Mikasa. Right now, Lucifer takes down Kiki as the Don takes out Demkai. I think one of the things that Unstoppable Gods need to take into factor next time if they do get to play against Dead Sirens, probably in a scrim or in a tournament match or a friendly. I think they need to take note of the Don's Fasa. I think the Don's Fasa, they're really pressuring this carry right here, but will be taken down as, you see, that's one of the things about carry. You see, when carry meets you on a 1v1, there's not many marksmen that can really take her down. Especially in a 1v1 scenario in mid-game. This is mid-game we're in right now. There's not many marksmen that can really face her because she has a lot of true damage, and she has a lot of physical damage and attack speed at the same time. Even without, Inspire, the dual wheel state really gives her, the double light wheel state really gives her some attack speed buffs, movement speed as well. And also, she also applies the stacks much faster in the dual light wheel state. Exactly, you can see right now, using it on Mikasa right now, gets imploded, giving Supreme enough chance, but will get stunned by the Abyssal Trap and taken down by Mikasa as Oron looks for another Abyssal try to get the double stacks in. Trying to use the Garrot, but will walk into the turret for safety. Glitch really trying to get away, but will get damaged by Kennel. Not willing to take him down. Out of the Guardian, missed by Mikasa. Demkai snipes Layla from that position as Horon misses the Abyssal Trap. As you can see, Zay here really trying to take advantage of the absence of Lucifer on the EXP lane, really trying to take down the tier 1 here. The Dawn once again coming in to defend on this lane. Mikasa really trying to come in to defend as well. Demkai really trying to support their EXP lane. They know that Zay is underperforming right now, and they really need to get their game back up. Unstoppable Gods really need to get their game back up. They are already 1k gold lead behind. I can see Glitch already coming in here, trying to retreat back into this where this turtle is. But then again, it's not about going to where the turtle is. It's about, can you secure it? I like the fact that Supreme now has established the fact, his position against this leader, looking for an opening here against her. But we'll realize that Mikasa is already closing in the distance and move away just in time. Glitch trying to already coming in with the engagement right there. Demkai comes in but misses. Mikasa looking for an opening with the unbreakable, but will spend too much time. He gets immobilized. Layla. Supreme uses the ultimate already. The Dawn Feather strike in the wrong position. Gets taken down. 2-man unbreakable from Mikasa, and the explosion will come in with a follow-up. Horon gets a killing spree on Glitch as Kiki takes down, gets a double on Horon as well. When Mikasa will be taking down as Kiki gets a triple. A maniac on Kunai. Kiki gets a maniac against Dead Sirens, making sure that he makes a bold statement that he's better in the mid lane than he is in the goal. Gets a savage against Lucifer, a savage for Kiki on the mid lane, showing that he is the best Xavier in this summer. There's a lot of things right now. Oh my god, I got a little bit too excited. Oh my god, I get a little bit excited. I've not had that kind of adrenaline rush in a long time. That was a savage from Xavier. That's not something we get to see all the time. A savage from Xavier My goodness. Cypher, I hope you got that. I hope you got that. Because if you didn't get that, whoa, that's going to be a highlight for this tournament. I mean, those that are not watching the stream right now, they are really going to be wishing they did. Oh, tomorrow breaking right there for Mika Saba. Will fall into a dangerous position as he gets taken down by Supreme. Already comes in with the engagement right there. Missed the penalty zone. Zay, the Dark Angel, falls as Lucifer gets taken down by Supreme. Already coming in here, Oron already missing out. Implosion will come in. Unstoppable Gods finding their mojo back. Glitch will be stunned and taken down by Horon on the mid lane. They're trying to get back, the game. Unstoppable Gods are really finding their mojo back. They've taken back the gold lead, the kill lead, the wave lead. They're really trying to make sure that they secure the second match. Them Kai not willing to waste a second right here. Kunai already coming in. Horon looking for an opening. They're already getting tanky as Zay is really already gets this done. And Abyssal Trap Garrot has been used. But we'll miss. Oh, nice one. A flicker and a penalty zone from Zay, securing the death of their jungler. When the Lord spawns in the next 25 seconds, will not be enough time for Horon to come back. Forward, it already comes in. The Lucifer already using the Dark Angel states, but only the buff to release the implosion on him. Gemkai already coming in against the buff right now. Unstoppable Gods are styling, but they really need to be careful. Already for the strike already used from the dawn right now. Out of the guard that meets the Xavier. Already coming in. Oh, takes him down. Shuts down Kiki. Mikasa are really trying to get as much damage as far as from the steel bones, but will be taken down as the carry gets a killing spree. Them kind not willing to let it go. Already looking for an opening right here. Already pushes it, gets stunned by the Abyssal Trap. Glitch will be in a dangerous position as this Argos is not willing to let Unstoppable Gods have an easy victory tonight. He's pushing the tier 2 on the EXP lane, but there seems to be an interesting fight here as the Dawn shuts down the Supreme as well. Lucifer already coming in here with the Dark Angel form, but penalty zone will be used on him as he gets shuts down the Dawn. This Terizla is finally back, finding his mojo in this game. Already is in the flicker, already misses the implosion. A lot of resources has been used as them guy gets taken down. Unstoppable Gods really need to go back and coordinate themselves one more time. They need to retreat. They need to give up on this Lord. 4 members down already. It's a near wipeout. Already finding the warmonger on the stick right now. Lucifer not willing to let him go, but has to, because they have to take the Lord. They know that this Lord has more priority over anything else. So we're really trying to get as much stacks from the Garrot right here. He really needs to make sure. You see, Death Sirens are not willing to throw away their advantage just yet. Just because Unstoppable Gods have the kill lead, the wave lead, and the just because they have the kill lead, the wave lead, and the gold lead does not mean that they get to throw away their advantage. And as they took this Lord, they took back everything as well except the kill lead. They have the wave lead now, they have the gold lead now, but the kill lead is still not on their side. But then again, that's not something very relevant compared to who eventually wins the game, because they're looking for an opponent to use the unbreakable on. That taunt will come in handy. The Lord is approaching, and if anyone goes down right now, it's not going to be funny. Lucifer will engage right there, takes down Demkai. It's a penalty zone from Zay, but he really needs to retreat. Glitch really taking so much damage. The avatar of the Guardian will get him caught as he gets taken down. 2 members down from the side of Unstoppable Gods as Supreme gets a double one more time, but will retreat just because Kiki is the only one struggling against this Lord, and they really need to assist him. Uses the ultimate on the Lord to take him out. Gojo getting a savage in this match really means that he is the strongest. Daijobu Orewa Saikyo Dakara. Already coming in here with the wind of nature right now from Supreme, out playing Kunai and that 1v1. A little bit of assist there from Kiki though, as Oron looks for an opening right now. Campaign, I don't really know who for, but then again, will be in a dangerous position. Already tries to get out there. Already retreat Zay, preventing him from using the penalty zone on him. And then I'm gonna be engaging the comments right now to see what's going on already. Misses the abyssal trap one more time. There's 70 seconds until the Lord spawns, and if both teams can really strategize well, there's a chance this game is anyone's game at this point. But Lucifer will engage one more time on the mid lane, already using the Dark Angel states, getting as much Warmonger stacks as much as possible. Mikasa will miss the avatar of the Guardian as Lucifer gets taken down. Mikasa gets imploded by Glitch as... Oh, come on, MTN, don't start now. Oh, all right, we still have a chance right now, and then already coming in, Supreme gets taunted the penalty zone with a follow-up and an assistance right there. Glitch late for to the game. Demkai gets taken down, 2 members down already on the side of Unstoppable Gods, and Dead Sirens are not willing. Ooh, Kunai gets taken down. Zay gets taken down as well. Wow, that's not really nice. Kiki really needs to get out of there. They are very, very low right now. It's not really a good... Ooh, they need to get out of there. They need to retreat. There's only 18 seconds to the Lord, and you really need to be there. They really need this Xavier to be around right now. I think Kiki should just go back and just retreat, because you don't know, Selena could be camping. You are low. You could be shut down, and your team needs you, especially in team fights. So there we are. You see, Dead Sirens not willing to take a single, Dead Sirens not willing to take a single risk. Already taking down the Lord, not giving Demkai a chance yet. Demkai is still taking the orange buff, but will not be bought enough time as this Lord has already been spawned. Already comes in here. Glitch looking for an opening for an implosion, but they realize that it's not worth the fight. Glitch in a dangerous position to recall. Mikasa looking for an opening for Unbreakable, but will get immobilized by Xavier. Wow. Oh, Kunai already taking down the turret. The Lord will come in anytime soon now, and it approaches from the gold lane. Well, right now I'm on the edge of my seat, to be honest, because Unstoppable Gods should promise in this match compared to the last one. The last one was more, the last one. Wait, did Lucifer use his ultimate there? Okay, no, he didn't. That would have been crazy if he did. Okay, right now I'm at the edge of my seat, because right now it's anyone's game. Despite what it looks like, it's anyone's game, because right now Lucifer is low and they're not willing to engage without him, and this Lord is almost get taken down already. Flickers in, will get imploded. Already penalty zone with a follow-up out of the Guardian. Mikasa misses it, but then again Mikasa will be in a dangerous position. Zay gets stunned. It seems like Zay is really having a danger. Oh, Glitch taken down by Horon. Push that a little bit too much. Zay will get low. It seems like Zay is having some serious network issues. Kiki here really trying. Ooh, takes down Lucifer. Lucifer pushed that one a little bit too much. Only 2 of them will be left here. Kiki flickers out of that one just in time before anything got really serious. So only Supreme right now available as he takes out the minions. He knows that the minions are really what matter in this scenario. He really has to buy enough time for Glitch to get back in the game. I really hope they do. I'm really rooting for Unstoppable Gods in this match. Supreme knows what to do. Ooh, gets stunned by this, but will take him down. Will be taken down as well in return. Shot will run down, but buys enough time for Unstoppable Gods for Glitch to come out and help with the defense of the base. They will be back as well. A very good time bought by the Marksman. I think, yeah, the diff is clear in this situation. I think the diff is clear. I think Unstoppable Gods have the better Marksman in this situation, because this carry is really trying so hard to carry. But then again, wow, did I just make rhymes? The carry is trying so hard to carry. So, but then again, there's only a limit to how much one person can do in a team. Because MLB is designed to be a team game. You may be able to carry in the earlies, but you see, when you get to the mid, it's a whole different story. If your teammates don't cooperate, oh my goodness, you could be frustrated for, you could be, Feather Strike already released right now, Glitch. Oh, they don't couple that with a flicker, but unfortunately missed that. A valuable resource used, especially when there's only 10 seconds till the Lord spawns. I don't think that was a wise move from the Dawn, because if anyone had seen that right now, she's very vulnerable for Tigreal, especially in this situation right now. Zay will be in a dangerous position. takes a lot of magic damage, still has time to recall as Lucifer finds an opening from the back end, from the back line. Oh, implosion already used, finds the Selena in, gets a double. Kai really needs to get out of there, but doesn't get. Kiki flickers in, trying to take out this Layla right now, but misses there. The cooldown difference is a problem. Kai gets a killing spree. Unstoppable Gods pushing for the end of this game, but are they seeing their base? Yes, they are. As Supreme recalls to clear the waves in their favor, as them Unstoppable Gods are really pushing for the end of this game while they start. The Lord on the other end, Glitch really trying to take as much damage from the Lord as Kiki damages the Lord. Unstoppable Gods are really making sure they try and secure this second game. They are really living up to their name, Unstoppable. Really, they are. We might have lost the last one on penalty zone already from Zay right now. Really trying to pressure this Layla. Two-man implosion from Glitch right there. Flickers them, pushes them up, knocks them airborne. Already, they put out as Unstoppable Gods take out gets stunted here, but already, gets shut down. Kai as Lucifer gets in and gets Glitch taken down. Lucifer already about losing. The Dark Angel States gets taken down by Zay. It's a 1v1 and gets taken down in return by the Dawn. It's a 2-for-3 in favor of Dead Sirens in that situation. They're already low, and right now they really need to make sure they make the most out of this Lord. Mikasa, the Dawn, and Horon are the only one that are left, but right now they need to focus on defending. Unfortunately, this Lord is already gone because the waves are already pushing against them. So if they don't look at that, and if they take that too lightly, that's going to be at their disadvantage. Right now, Unstoppable Gods having everyone at the edge of their seats. It's a heated match. They're really trying to make sure they secure this one because it's not going to be fair on them if they lose these semis against Dead Sirens. But honestly, if you're in the comment section right now, who are you rooting for? Because this suspense is really getting to my stomach. I really can't tell at this point because Unstoppable Gods have taken back the gold lead once again. They're still ahead in the kills and the wave. They're trying to balance the wave management. But right now, with your analysis, you as the viewer, who do you think has a better chance of winning this match? Zay here trying to engage Mikasa with short burst pokes. But then again, there's a limit to how much a single EXP can do without the support of his teammates. Will engage Lucifer as he gets the Blade of Despair as the final item on his build. Wow. It's really an interesting, show off. I like the fact that Unstoppable Gods didn't allow the last game to get to them because, the last game was a crushing and brutal defeat. And for a team that had a brutal and crushing defeat to come back and make this kind of play, wow, it's the level of moral discipline plus gets a 3-second stun right there from Horon, but there's no follow-up because that would be very dangerous. The Lord will spawn in the next 10 seconds and they really don't want to take such risks. Already nice and evade there from Kai. The Lord spawns in the next second as it has already spawns. Lucifer looks for an opening right now. The waves are not on the side of Unstoppable Gods as they will spend time clearing this wave. But that time is what they do not have as this Tigreal finds a two-man implosion but pushes them in the wrong direction. Glitch already with the flicker out, but the immortality will be popped. The Effort of the Guardian has been missed already. This Lord has been stolen. This Lord has been stolen by Kiki. Unstoppable Gods take the Lord and take two members down on the side of Dead Sirens. I think Unstoppable Gods are going to take this game. They've gotten the gold lead already. 4K gold lead. Kai still not willing to relent. Already taking this buff here. Kiki, flickers in already. Isn't that dangerous, Kiki? Using a flicker in such early notice just before the Lord is about to come in. I knew you wanted to take out that Layla. But then again, that was risky because right now a flicker is a very valuable thing, especially for a mage in this game. But the Lord is already approaching from the mid lane. The Lord is already approaching from the mid lane. Can they make this game? Can they settle this? Or will Lucifer make a difference? Already a penalty zone right now. Flickers out Kunai just in time. Aura will take so much damage as the Lord has approached already. Zay trying to take the base as much as possible, but there's not enough time. They do take it. Unstoppable Gods take game 2. Wow. Well, my predictions were on point. Unstoppable Gods have proven that they are unstoppable. There's a song I'd like to play this, for this stream, but then again, there's a copyright on it. So if I play it, it's actually going. My video is gonna be flagged, and I don't want it to be flagged. So yeah, it's a heated battle. It was a nice battle. Just gonna get back into the game. Apologies for that. That was that was a break. So we're gonna host the lobby one time. Yeah, my phone screen. Yeah. Sorry, apologies for that. I mistakenly pressed my power button. So I'm just gonna create the lobby one more time, invite them to settle the score finally. Unstoppable Gods against these guys. Let them settle the score once more, and let's know what we're doing tonight. Let's know who wins. This suspense. I'm already sweating on my clothes, so this suspense is really getting to me. I mean, Unstoppable Gods, for a team that lost badly in the last two matches rather, such comeback was something I did not see coming. And in such a way, they did it in such a way that Kiki actually ended with a savage. Like, how do you go from losing a game in the earlies badly to getting a savage and securing the next game? That's to show you that Mobile Legends is a very unpredictable game. Like, the level of unpredictability in Mobile Legends is insanely high. That's crazy. That's really, really crazy. I mean, I really didn't see that one coming. I didn't. There's no formula for these kind of things. Unstoppable Gods, were Unstoppable Gods just toying with their sirens? Were they? That's a question we have to ask, because this kind of performance was what we didn't see in the first match. So were they just toying with dead sirens, or were dead sirens toying with them in this match, and then they're gonna settle it in the next one and show them just who's boss? So right now, it's anyone's game. It's anyone's game. But RB, you're here with me on the comment section. Tell me what you think. You're an EXP leaner. What do you think about Zay's performance against Lucifer? Let me know your thoughts. I'll be engaging you in the comment section. And in the meantime, while you tell me your thoughts, let me play something that can keep us busy while they invite the teammates onto the game. Okay, where's Flutter? I'm gonna play Flutter. I love Flutter so much.
If you wanna travel, then go alone. Yeah, what's the point in us if I never know? Yeah. I fell where my demons dwell. My own little nightmare, I call it hell. Oh well, it's time to get back up, climbing and climbing. I'm done with this ride, is what I tell myself, so I could feel something else. Yeah, I guess I had my bad days, but it doesn't mean I lost my style. Darling, where were you when my heart was on the ground? I thought time would prove that you would stick around. I guess time starts down, a king without his crown. Now I'm breaking, you're faking, girl. You never made a sound. Oh, wait, I'm tired
Okay, so let's get back into it right now immediately. So we have a comment right now from RB, and it says that and it says, as an EXP laner, you need to give space for team to play. Yes, I agree with that, because primarily I play EXP in my squad as well, because I'm an EXP laner, so I actually know a thing or two about the roles and the responsibilities of an EXP laner. Oh, finally we see a FASA ban from gods. Finally they are realizing that the Dawn's FASA is a problem, and I like that. That's called adaptability. That's called adapt to impact. You see, you need to understand. You need to analyze your enemy comp, find out which picks of theirs are causing the most problem. I won't be surprised if there's a Xavier ban on the side of Dead Sirens, because Kiki had a Savage with his pick. So if Kiki gets the Xavier one more time, then hell, I don't really know. He might get something more than a Savage in this time around. Maybe a double Savage. Locks down the Xavier one more time, because why the hell not? I mean, you are doing so well with this pick. Why won't you pick it again? You gotta say Savage the last time. The team obviously wants this pick on, right? You can achieve this easily with support from the teammates, and Lucifer locks down the CC rather than the Argos. I'm glad he learns that Argos is not really a valid pick in terms of EXP laners. There are other picks with utilities. As an EXP laner, it's not just about the damage you are dealing, it's about utility as well. And then we can see a Jusine from the Dawn. Well, is either a FASA or a Jusine, right? Pick your poison, gods. Is either you get the control, or you get the damage. And then we got Zay here with the Feast of Zen. Badang already coming in. And then we can see more comments from RB here on the comment section. Okay, and it says, if you're not talking enough, you'll just make it hard for the team to play around. That is very true. An EXP laner works like a sub-tank. An EXP laner also helps to frontline for the mages and the gold laners to have enough time in the team fight to deal as much damage as possible. As an EXP laner, the moment you go down and the tank is not anywhere close, the people that are going to get targeted real fast are the squishy ones. They're going to get targeted as fast as possible. You are like the decoy, the person that is really preventing them and causing as much distractions as possible for your marksman to deal as much damage. You can see Kuna here still going with the carry pick. I love that. I love the fact that Kiki is stuck with the mid lane, not going to the gold lane anymore. And Supreme will handle that as well. Both drafts looking safety so far from Cypher. Well, I gotta say, Cypher, I love the Jusine pick on the side of Dead Sirens. I love that so much. And the fact that Dead Sirens is a female squad and they are going for all female characters. Jusine a lady, CC a lady, Carrie a lady as well. Although I can't really say Carrie is a lady because Carrie is not even human to begin with. But yes, she's a female. And then Hilda as well, a lady as well. And then on the side of Unstoppable Gods, we can see male characters throughout. We can see a Badang, a Soyo, a Broody, and a Xavier. Well, I don't really know if this is a male versus female, because I mean Dead Sirens is a female squad. I don't really know if this is a male versus female kind of thing to settle the score finally. I don't really know about that. But then again, hey, if they're gonna do that, why not, right? Battle of the sexes. I mean, that's literally what it is. It's a female squad versus a male squad. So battle of the sexes. So why not make that show in the game as well? So let's do this, right? Let's get into it. Okay, so we can see Cypher says male versus female OP. Well, they've included a female there on the side of Florine, so they kind of broke the streak there, as well as Dead Sirens. They included White Yuson Shin, so they've broken the the code. Is not exactly a male or female. They're trying to be gender neutral in this situation. I like that from both teams. So yeah, so I like that. I like the fact that they broke that. Gender neutrality is the key. You really don't want to be gender biased in any situation. So with that being said, let's get straight into the final match for tonight, and let's see who takes this home. Let's see who has been toying with who and who has been holding back for who. Right now, if any of them lose, they're gonna go home with a 2-1 loss. And if any of them win, they're going to go home with a 2-1 victory. We can see a CC, Hilda, Yusunshin, Jusine, and Kari on the side of Dead Sirens. And we can see a Soyo, Badang, Broody, Xavier, and Florine on the side of Gods. It's a 5v5, and we're live on the semi-finals. Best of 3, the third match. Let's get straight into it as we listen to the sound of music. So let's finish up on the flutter while the game loads. Alright, so we are back in Demkai, still preserving that pick, staying within his comfort zone. But I'm glad that Zay went out of it by going with the Badang, the Feast of Zen. And then there's a lot of things that I also want to talk about here. I mean, look at the fact that there's very low CC on the side of, you know, Dead Sirens. There's very low CC. The only CC right now is coming from Jusin, and that's the Airborne CC and the Immobilized CC. So there's not really much CC on the side of Dead Sirens, and I don't really know if the Don is that skilled enough to really carry the team when it comes to CC, but I really hope he has. Contrary to the side of Unstoppable Gods, we've got Badang CC, we've got Xavier as well, we've got Florine Stone as well. You can see trying to zone out Mikasa here, really trying to distract the jungle. Already out of hunting used on Florine. Mikasa will be in a dangerous position as he gets out. We're not willing to overextend right now. Her goal is to distract Demkai in the gold lane. The arrows has been used already. That will backfire real quick. But Mikasa gets out of there just in time as Oron secures the lethal on the mid lane. Brody will take so much damage. The abyssal corrosion is not enough right now for Kari. He still doesn't have the turn apart memory, so there's not much range on him right now. Oh, we'll get in a dangerous position. He uses the corrosive strike plus the flicker to get out of that fix. Well, that was necessary because he would have died in that situation. The blood floats has already been used by the Yisunshin. So if he didn't get out of that situation right now, he would have died. Already coming in with an engagement right there. Zay, but misses his S2, flickers out of there just in time before he got lethal. The Dawn really trying to apply as much butterfly stacks as much as possible. Already coming in, the Dawn trying to prevent CC from cutting the lanes here, but Lucifer will get in a dangerous position against Suyo, but comes in with Yo-Yo and pops out the Vengeance, really trying to get the first blood. Both teams, but Demkai will beat Lucifer to it as he makes him the first blood instead. I think that Sirens are, you know, they're off to a very hasty start. Mikasa really trying to look for a first kill, but Kiki will flicker out of there just in time. I think that's Sirens to really calm down. You see right now, Mikasa in a dangerous position, getting too low, gets taken down by Zay. Already coming in, Horon will be in a dangerous position. Zay blocking his exit and will be taken down as Demkai gets a double as well. Demon Kai really being a demon in this game. Already coming in, looking for a triple right there, getting slightly greedy right there. Objective is what matters. Demkai, come on. He's get into the mortal form. He really needs that movement speed. He really needs that movement speed. And then already coming in, blocking the entrance, doing what an EXP should right there. But Horon will steal the torso from Demkai. Demkai already used the retribution to escape that situation he was in. So he couldn't have won that turtle, especially not while Horon was there. Mikasa will use the Art of Hunting on him though, tries to take him out, but Demkai not willing to give up the purple buff on him. Kike will support as he secures the purple buff. Lucifer trying to cut the lanes here as fast as possible, trying to go for a German cut on the other end, trying to pressure the mid laner right now. The Dawn also really trying to get as much butterfly stack as much as possible. That CC is really important. Supreme really getting pressure right here with the Art of Hunting. Will flicker out of there just in time. The turn apart memory has been gained already, but then again, the abyssal corrosion stacks has not been applied yet. So you really need those 4 stacks. You really need to get those 4 stacks. Already checking the bushes. It is necessary. Especially as a marksman, you must be aware of what's going on in your lane. Florine, not really a very good roam pick. But then again, gods know what they were doing when they went for... Ooh, already coming in. Lucifer getting so low. Gets taken out by Demkai. The arrow shot never misses as he gets a killing spree. Uron comes in to defend the EXP lane. But the gold lane will be pressured right now. Florine checks the bushes. Kiki walks in. The Art of Hunting will be used on him, but he flickers out. That flicker always comes in handy for Kiki. He always knows how to get it ready and how to take calculated risk. That was a calculated risk because he knew he had his flicker to get him out of there. That's why he walked into that bush, because normally a mage is not supposed to just blindly walk into a bush like that. That's very risky. But he had his flicker available, so that was a very calculated risk on the side of Kiki. He knows that risk was you know, something that he could get out of if it got bad. But we can see an engagement right now from Zay against Lucifer. will retreat though. Gotta secure the gold crab, already blocks the way out. Get as much air fist as much as possible, but needs to get out of there. Getting so low, pushes Lucifer out, but Lucifer will get again. Zay trying to stun him, but the vengeance will be used. Flickers out of there just in time. The art of hunting is used by Mikasa, but Mikasa really trying to zone them out, but the stacks of wilderness applied on Demkai already. Demkai looking for an opening here against Lucifer. The vengeance is no longer available. Lucifer already used it, dodges the arrow. Already coming in. YSS coming in with the traceless to secure the lizard creep on the other side. The Dawn really trying to get hold on here. Farm Hilda doing what she does best, already using the power of the wilderness here. Zay will block our exit. Unfortunately, that will be counterproductive on the other side. Lucifer already coming in, but well, Hilda is very good with zoning out. So also people guys should know that this is what's bound to happen. Oh, let's look at the gold lane. Brody has already lost the tier 1 on the gold lane. Kunai really doing what he does best. Well, like I was saying, Hilda is a very is very good at zoning out. The blood floods already coming in from YSS, already there to try and reveal the location and weaken them. Zay here looking for an opening against Lucifer, but will be low already. Notice that he has used the blink skill. A very good time to engage, but Zay really needs to get out of there because that could backfire. He's already low. I think is worth it to let Lucifer take the tier 1, because right now you could get killed and the tier 1 will be lost. You still have a chance to still secure the tier 1. So what's the point? Ooh, comes into his rescue, Demkai on the EXP lane. I think it's time to go back now, Zay. You have tried as the guardian of the galaxy in that lane. Okay, so let me engage the comments, because right now it seems like both teams are really not doing much. This Hilda keeps zoning them out. The blood flows have come in again from YSS, revealing location and dealing a little bit of damage. Mikasa already coming here. Notice that Suyo is in his mortal form, not willing to commit at that point as Zay gets out of the range of the Dawn. Honestly, Jusine is a very annoying pick, and it's a pick that has a lot of CC. Already comes in, gets red trade power of the wilderness already used, but Florin will come to the rescue in that situation. Lucifer trying to come in as his pathway is blocked by Zay. Already coming in with an engagement, will get in a dangerous position, but the vengeance will come to the rescue as Mikasa tries to zone them out and give them an idea. Already fallen Supreme on the gold lane as he loses the tier 2. Well, I think he was better on in the last game. I think it was way better with the Layla than compared to, this time around with the Broody. I don't really know, because I think Broody has an advantage against Carry. I mean, range-wise, Broody has much range, because don't trust me, the turn-apart memory range is crazy. The Dawn will engage with his ultimates though in that situation, but Kiki is not willing to let him go. The Lord has spawned already. Dead Sirens are really not wasting a second in this game, as this YSS is really there to just farm and take the objectives. We can see a 0-1-2 on the KDA. The YSS will secure the Lord for Dead Sirens. So I'm gonna be engaging the the comments right now. Oh, the flickers in with the special move right there from Carry. Dangerous position, gets taken down by Demkai. Wow. I no, let's not blame the Carry. The Carry had a good motive. She wanted to take down Kiki, and Kiki already had the flicker ready, because you see, one thing about putting a surprise move on a mage, you need to be very careful, because that could backfire quickly, especially since you just took down the Lord. Your main objective was to clear and wait for the Lord to approach, but Zay will engage right here. Mikasa in the bush. Fighting Hilda in the bush is not a wise decision. She has the blessing of the wilderness, so you will be at a disadvantage. You need to make sure the terrain is at your advantage for you to fight. And then the Lord will approach from the other end. Mikasa still trying to zone out. Kiki really taking advantage of the teammate's protection. That flicker is not available, so now's not the time to take uncalculated risk. The traceless will come in from the YSS to get out of there. And then already coming in with the CC, Jusine doing what she does best, a stun and a knock-up. That were blood floods from the YSS as he comes in, revealing the locations and dealing damage. Already on the mid lane, we'll try to push the inhibitors, really trying to make sure they secure this turret, are really making sure gods don't have room to breathe in this match. I mean, the DS might have thrown the early game, but they are sure as well not willing to throw this mid game. I mean, we're in the mid game right now. They're not supposed to be having their strengths here, but somehow Mikasa is doing such a good job in zoning them out at the right time and, you know, preventing them from approaching. The Lord will spawn in the next 73 seconds, and they still have time right here. I think Kunai should really calm down and not pull any more surprise flicker moves, as that could be counterproductive, especially against this Broody. I really don't know. Blood floods already from the YSS to reveal location and give them an advantage of the enemy's opponent's whereabouts. Well, I mean, if the YSS cannot really deal damage and take out opponents, the least he can do is give vision and secure objectives, right? As a jungler, if you cannot get the kills, at least secure the objectives and assist as well. Already comes in. Oron, the art of hunting will be used on Zay as he gets into a dangerous position, gets taken down, gets immobilized. Kiki really trying to dish out as much magic damage, but will not be enough as he enters the Transcendent States. Well, Xavier Transcendent State needs an enemy to be able to give him stacks, and he needs to keep using the skills to be able to preserve the Transcendent States. But unfortunately, the Transcendent State tends to, you know, get depleted over time if he does not use the skill actively. So we got 10 seconds to the Lord spawns, and then there's really a lot to look forward to in this match, because we still have a chance here for gods, because right now they're just defending. They know that there's not much, you know, opportunities for them in team fight, in full-on team fight. So right now what you need to do is just to defend, and you can see Horo not wasting a single second right now on this Lord. They really need to just make sure they defend. Traceless has been used by the YSS already. One second Traceless, but secures it by Kunai on the jungle as well. Secures the second Lord. Right now, what Unstoppable Gods needs to do is just to defend. That's just it, because there's no point in them engaging. They're gonna lose the team fights, and it's gonna end badly. Kunai's blood is really hot right now, so it could lead to a potential wipeout, you know. And then their marksman is not doing so well. It really needs, you know, farm. So while the Lord, you know, I really want to engage the comment before this game ends, because it looks like the game is gonna end real soon. Mikasa really trying to zone them out, doing what Hilda does best on you know. Okay, so I can see a comment here from RB, and he says, oh, blood flows already coming in from the YSS. So we can see RB here saying early game DS, late game gods. Yes, I agreed with that already. And they say we have a different jungle and they were less aggressive. Well, to be honest, I think YSS has the potential, but then again, Horon is not so skilled enough with him. Already flow, the done using the control effect, is done on a knock-up against the full butterfly stacks right now, but Kiki will get into trouble right now on the go. Kune really pushing right here for their base, really trying to secure the second win for them. Unfortunately, will secure it as Dead Sirens take game 2. Well, they should have taken out Kune. They should have taken him out, because he was the one dealing most damage. He was the major person in that game, carrying the game. So, Unstoppable Gods, you tried, but unfortunately, Dead Sirens wouldn't let you guys take this semis home. So, we've got 2-1 on the side of Dead Sirens. Dead Sirens go home with a favorable victory, but it was a hard fought too as well, because Unstoppable Gods won't let them go home with a 2-0. So, kudos to Unstoppable Gods for winning one match as well. So, kudos and thank you all for tuning in tonight to the stream. I remain your host, Blakkmatter, and I'll see you all in tomorrow's match. Astral plays, and well, we all know how the outcome of that one will be, but then again, let's give them the benefit of the doubt, like we did tonight with Unstoppable Gods, and they showed us that they really deserved that benefit. So with that being said, have a nice one, and I wish you victories in your rank matches. Good night.